Join us.
I'm not crazy. You are. That's not what I was supposed to say. Of course, I'm not ready for primetime players are here with me having fun on the fifth written Writ this week.
Yeah, I guess.
I think I'm losing track over here.
Something like that. I just know I've done all of them with you this week, so.
Thanks for rubbing it in my face.
Hey, you've done almost all of
say something.
You've done almost all of them this week.
Listen, it's not my fault I don't have a good connection.
There you have it, folks. It's gone live. Look at it. It's $529, 8 backers, 37 days to go. And we can make this fun in 24 hours if you guys go and get these
12.
I am hoping 12, but at least let's get in by 24.
12.
8.
7.
Go out there and keep doing your work, people.
5.
I don't know how many hours it's been. 4.
That's the closest we can do.
Yeah.
Malo, who's been part of this little production here, and she's doing a great job. And you guys who love pins, you guys are gonna want to get these pins.
I did.
I know I did.
I did too.
They are beautiful, gorgeous,
they're lovely pins.
When did you jump in, Ralph? Were you one of the two that jumped in before me?
He was number 4.
Oh, okay. Yes, I beat Ralph.
You guys can take whatever you want.
I know you were number 4 because I was keeping track of when the numbers went up, and and I don't think you have the numbers for 1 or 2.
You can keep thinking what you want. All right,
1 or 2 were big, Ralph. I don't think
there you guys have it. I put it into the comment section so you guys can go support, go get into your thing, get into the queue, figure out when Ralph went in or when he didn't go in. Who knows?
Bitsy, disclose the information the moment you watch the stream.
Oh, you can go ask Bitsy, but I'm not talking.
Nathan, you know how to dox people?
Do you want me to say legally or not legally?
Yes.
I think you should pick your words carefully, Matt.
Going by the advice of my counsel, I will choose to make no comment. I will say that having a good internet alternative in terms of having a VPN is very useful. You should look into things such as Surfshark, NordVPN, and even TunnelBear for more security.
I was about to mention NordVPN because people like Anime Man keep bringing it up.
There's Anime Man?
Yeah.
Anime Men.
Yep.
I like the Anime Man. His takes are complete garbage, but I like him.
Not as garbage as Gigex, but I feel like Gigex has worse takes than Joey does.
Listen, the man can't taste bread. That's his fault, okay? That's his problem.
Yeah, his opinion on chicken is also wrong.
That's their problem, okay? It's not their fault they can't taste bread. Wait, are you a bone-in chicken guy?
No.
That's funny. Tomorrow, we will have Game of Tunes here, and they're going to be kicking off their Kickstarter, which kicks off tomorrow. So go and get notified on the Game of Tunes Kickstarter for paw pins. Go get notified. And if you need help,
Game of Tunes, he is a good guy. He listens into stream.
Yes, he does. He listens all the time. And there you have it. That's in the comment section as well. So go and get notified. Interesting.
Hello? Am I back?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
No, you're not back. You're behind the scenes. And now that we've put that out of the way, let's get ourselves a Godsend in here and have Lee join us from Georgia.
Hello, everybody. Good to be here.
Howdy ho. It's good to
Or
have
I should
you on.
say,
I've been following your Kickstarter, and it looks like it's doing very well.
yes, it started out strong, like most of the time, and then it kind of dwindled down. And then I think yesterday was the first day when I didn't have a backer, so I was really depressed. But I know it has its ups and downs, you know, during the whole campaign. So I'm trying to remain calm.
That's what it does. You there's times where it does well. There's times where it doesn't do well. The good news is that you are funded. You are
Yes.
at $2,021,
Yes.
and you got 47 backers. That's a lot of backers.
I did see
And
this
you still
recently.
got 20 days to go.
Yes.
I was looking at this a few days ago.
Cool.
Because it popped up on the main screen.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I gotta say, dude, I don't know what you're doing, but it's all over my my internet.
Is it? Oh, okay. Cool. Well, hopefully it'll be more because you notified me that my website was down, so I had to go rectify that problem. I have no idea.
I was setting
I
up
still
all
don't
the
know what
stuff.
happened because the host site never contacted me back. Once I emailed them, my site just came back on. So maybe
shit,
they got the
people
message.
That's what it was. Somebody noticed. Fix it.
Yeah.
Because I was putting up the stuff in the background here for for the show today, and I went to put the link up, and I was like, what the heck? I'm getting some weird message here.
Yeah, that was a first, I think. But yeah, I'm glad you noticed it because we do get some sales on there, you know, and probably don't update it as much as I should, but still, it's nice to have for people to find, you know.
I know you have a bunch of other books there on the site. I saw that, but let's talk about Godsend, and that's what we're looking at right now. Tell the people what it is, why they should get it, and who you are. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm Lee Jiles. I'm the creator of Godsend. It's a story that I originally created in 1996, and it kind of morphed and changed over the years. And at some point, I realized I was not a writer, so I met Peter McLeod from Australia, and he took my ideas and made them make sense. And he's written. I work on the story with him, and he writes. He's written all 6 issues so far. But Godsend is a story about a normal guy, like all of them are, Austin Jackson, who is leaving his family farm after he's graduated college, you know, much to the chagrin of his dad, who thinks he should stay on the farm because his older brother was in the Gulf War, and he's a paraplegic now. So
right.
His dad feels like he's kind of abandoned the family, but he's going to go make his own way. And on his way, he runs into this strange man who leaves him a sword, and that sword kind of flips his life upside down. He's suddenly being pursued by, you know, demonic creatures, and also the modern incarnation of the Templar Knights. And so he's doing all this, you know, while he's in a new city with a new job, and then of course he meets a girl on top of that. So but the 6 issues is the full origin. We started at the very beginning, and you know, none of the flashback kind of stuff. We started at day 1 and went, and it wraps up nicely. And this is going to be your, you know, kind of a hero's journey with a twist. But this 6 issues was like chapter 1. So we're probably going to have 6 issues for chapter 2 and 6 for chapter 3. And that'll at least be the end of that part of it, but it's probably going to be ongoing. But yeah, so you get, with this collected edition, you get all 6 issues, which is over 130 pages of story. We're also going to include a lot of, you know, pinups and behind the scenes stuff that you don't see every day. I'm going to include the original Godsend pages that I did probably maybe in the late 90s sometime. There's a few of those. So we're going to try to include a lot of that fun stuff in there too.
Oh, it sounds like you got all this together. I can tell this is not your first rodeo.
No, I've talked about Godsend a few times. We actually published issue 1 in 2013, so it's been around for a while.
Dude, I gotta say though, your art for this book is just like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I work with a lot of really talented people, and I've been lucky to, you know, to really not only talented people, but really good people. It's just one of those things where it's worked out. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx myself, but I think I had one little one time where I had a bad experience and I lost $40. So I mean, I can't complain. And in publishing since 2013 that I had one bad experience. So
that's pretty good. That's pretty decent. Yeah, because we know how this industry can get sometimes.
Oh yes. I've read some really bad stories. Yeah.
So let's play the video and see what the Kickstarter itself tells us. So let's go to the videotape.
Brothers, the portal has been opened. All those who have stood in our way have been eliminated. The time of our order is upon us. Only the artifact remains, and the one who possesses it will never be worthy of its power.
There you have it, folks. That looks fantastic. You got a really good project there from the looks of it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you see that's part of the story where the Templars, their goal is to collect these artifacts that they think have power. Like the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, things like that. So this sword is one of those things they want. So they actually use the Spear of Destiny to basically cut a hole in the fabric of reality and release demons into the world to draw out Austin, or Godsend, as he transforms into, so they can get their hands on the sword.
It's interesting that I feel like you went with a superhero look instead of like I figure out like a supernatural look that you could have gone with. What made you decide to go in that direction?
Well, it was actually, when it started, it was more of a superhero idea, and I mean, it was supernatural because you had the demons and stuff. So I usually, if I create a story, it's kind of weird because I'll come up with an idea, a very rough idea, and then I'll usually design the characters and then kind of build a story off of that. So I designed his look really before I had the story nailed down, but his look kind of stuck. I liked it. So yes, he does have more of a superhero look for sure.
It's a great look, though. I can't say it's not a great look. It kind of surprised me where he looks so superhero, and then the book feels so supernatural. And you're like,
right,
that's an interesting mixture. I can't say anything because I do that stuff all the time.
Right.
When I do my stories, I'll stick everything in there, and people will be like, "It can't be supernatural and sci-fi," and I'm like, "Why not?"
Yeah, of course it can. Yeah.
Dude, but it looks really good. It has a great look to it. I've looked at a couple of the covers, and I've looked at a couple of the back stuff on this stuff. The logo looks fantastic.
That was designed by Ken Hunt, who did the cover for Volume 1. He's also done a cover for every issue of Godsend. So he's kind of a staple, and hopefully he'll continue to do that with me. But Ken's done a lot of. He's another great guy. He's done work for DC and Marvel and numerous independents, and so yeah, he designed the logo for me as well.
Dude, yeah, that logo just really stands out. Like that's why I was trying to get it on. I was talking to you about getting it on, and I'm like, I got to figure out how to do this, because no matter what I did, it would just cut it up, and I was like, nope, I got to figure this out.
Yeah, I had to make it like a very small. It was like a ½ inch by whatever, So, but it worked out.
It's so funny because even the one you sent me at the end was too big.
Really? Wow.
I had to get creative.
Well, it looks like you took care of business. So.
That's what I was hoping. I was like, I hope this thing still looks pretty good, and it did. And I was like, okay, I'm happy. Yeah, but look at all this action already in this book here. It looks fantastic. I love myself a good supernatural story, and it just does look like a hero's journey. And you're right. I feel like you're starting from the beginning instead of doing the flashback thing that most books tend to do.
Right. It's definitely a slower build, and I think that was one reason that we've had numerous people over the years that say, "Well, I'll wait till the trade comes out." So I'm like, okay, so we finally got to that. We thought about doing it after issue 3 at the halfway point, but I just felt like it'd be better to have it all contained. That's the whole origin story. It's got a great stopping point, but it also sets up the next storyline too. So, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I think you did a good job because you want to get that whole story arc into when you do the trade paperback. That way people can like sit there and read it. And you're right, it sets you up for the next story arc.
Right.
Because now people have seen the whole thing and they go like, oh, we want the next part. Come on.
Right. Yeah, they got to find out what happens to everybody and everything.
Speaking of covers, here we are.
Yeah, that's the Ken Hunt cover.
Wow.
Excellent job.
That's just beautiful, man. Look at this.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, I'm telling you, he looks great.
Oh, thank you.
And then he just stands out on these covers. Oh, look, this is fantastic.
Yeah, we've sold one of the one piece of Writ, which is the cover for the trade. We sold that piece of original art already. It's already been claimed, so we still got those 2 left. And yeah, I want to keep those for myself. But
I was about to say, I'm surprised you put them up for sale.
Yeah, they're amazing. They really are.
Wow. It even looks good in just the pencils or the inks.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. All the details just crazy.
Oh, definitely.
And someone's already got my convention banner. I can't believe that it went as quick as it did.
Dang. I'm telling you, it looks great. It really stands out.
Wait. You were selling the convention banner?
Yeah, that was our original convention banner, and it's actually in excellent condition because we had got some new banners, and we hadn't used it much over the last couple of years. So I thought, there again, it's something I would like to keep and hang on my wall, but I thought, well, it'd be a great reward for this Kickstarter. So
that's true. This looks fantastic.
Yeah, what? I'm just.
Yeah, I can see Nat going, if I would have known.
Yeah.
It's more like, where do you hang a convention banner in like someone's room? Like, I don't even think that would fit in a man cave. You would need like a whole hallway for that.
You
got a big room. It fits.
You just put it over your bed so you can look at Godsend every night before
you.
Yeah,
on the ceiling. On the ceiling.
Yeah, on the ceiling, exactly.
You can make him watch you sleep.
Yeah.
I'm being watched over.
Yeah.
It's a godsend.
Yeah. Those
I mean, people put flags on top of their ceiling, so I guess maybe.
The Rocks box lights, they're really cool too. I have a few of those, and they're really awesome. You can stand them on a desk, or you can hang them on the wall. They're battery operated, so those are really neat.
Dude, this stuff just looks great, and this is the other stuff you guys are doing, right?
That was our last Kickstarter that we did. That's our newest title, Red Scare.
I remember this. I shared it on Bit and Apple.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it popped up on my feed, and I go, oh, share. So what's Red Scare, so people know?
Red Scare is a horror action story. It's the premise is that in the near future, the United States is invaded by Russia, and the way they win the war is their soldiers have been infected so that when they are killed, they come back as zombies. So now we're in a few years after the war, and we're following the main character, who is Anatoly Severov, who is a Russian soldier who starts out with this issue by escaping from the Gulag, and his mission is to go find his family. And along the way, he runs into this girl and a guy that's helping her, who are also trying to find some things, and so they end up teaming up and working together.
Sounds like a good story.
Oh, thank you.
Here you go with the stretch goals. Let's see. Oh, wow. You've already unlocked at least 2 of them.
Yeah, and I said I guess I shouldn't have called those stretch goals, but those should be, the first 2 should be incentive goals, because one of them was at the $1,000 mark, and the other one was $1,500 was when we were funded. So But I felt like that was worth the reward, for the backers.
I was going to say that's pretty nice of you, because sometimes most people want you to reach the funding goal and then they give you stuff.
Right.
So there you have it, folks. He's nice and he's trying to get you to have stuff.
That's right. I'm trying to give you extras, all the extras.
Dude, the Godsend. I like this one here. The Godsend logo pin and sticker. That means if they get to 4,000, they get a pin. Come on, folks. You guys got to get
on. Yeah.
I want a Godsend pin. Come on.
I do too.
Oh, see? This thing looks fantastic. I could just imagine having it on like your clothes or something. So get it up to that stretch goal there, folks. That's a pretty good stretch goal. It's not even that far. It's only 4,000.
Exactly.
Where are we now? Let's see. Let's bring it back up. Where are we now? Now for the flash. Woo.
I'm lagging so much I don't even see the screen move.
Oh no.
Look, man, we are halfway there. We still got 20 days to go. We can get this to 4,000, folks. Let's get a pin.
I would be happy with 4,000. I wouldn't complain, but I also would be happy with 10,000. I mean, I'm not picky.
We say it all the time here. It's good that Godsend is funded. That's great, because that means that the creator can relax for a minute. But that doesn't mean that he's at the place where he needs to be with the money, because that just means that he was able to get it to fund. Now we need to help him out. We need to keep pushing this forward. We need to get him at least double the money, which is he's saying right now, even more, because that helps him create this project and fund other projects. Nobody's making money on Kickstarter except for those guys that are making millions. That's
exactly different.
Yeah. I can think of a few. The people behind Lady Death, isn't that?
I see we've been invaded by
maybe the Tea Turtle Committee too.
Kill it.
The Squid Game's in the room.
Oh.
Run, guys, run.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, he's not a real Squid Game guard. He speaks.
Well,
I thought it was a PlayStation guard.
No, I'm not on assignment today. Anthony's playing a game. That's why he's rather occupied. So if you do see him again, he may have a lot of money. He may have red hair. So, stay tuned. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Does this mean I got to do something for tomorrow's show now?
Oh, wow.
No.
So Tony's upped it up. See, Tony gets some good points here. Oh, so Jordan doesn't get his points.
See, you guys might have been lucky with me actually showing my camera today, but Jordan said no. So
see, look, Jordan's on a bad roll.
You get Aurora looking at Mizuki for eating a chair. That's what you guys get. That's what you guys want.
Nat just wants to show off his dress.
Would you guys like to play a Squid Game?
Oh.
No. It was a bad show to begin with. Go.
I need the money, so yes.
Okay. So I'll pick a number from 1 through 4.
Ooh.
Trick
2.
question.
2. Okay. Just remind me what you said later. I'm gonna forget.
Okay.
Ralph, pick a number.
3.
3. Okay. It's very hard to see in the mask. I'm sorry. So guess. I'll pick a number.
I suppose I'll take 1.
Take 1. Okay. And Jordan, what number?
The only one left, 4.
Okay. All right. So who had 1?
That's
I
me.
think Lee had 1.
Okay. Here we go. So okay. So I have the canister for Squid Games. Let's see what you got.
Oh boy.
All right.
Give me 1 second. There's something on my computer. Something here.
I think they're where the charger is.
I hope I got square or triangle.
Yep. There's something wrong with me. Give me 1 second. I'll break character for 1 second.
Oh no, it's Tony.
Oh! He's breaking my immersion.
Sorry.
I can't follow this. My immersion has been broken. This is a terrible show.
I know, right? Nah, my computer's doing something. I'm trying to get rid of it.
Glitchity glitch. You gotta love us. Live TV is amazing.
Yep.
Special effects budget is garbage.
Yeah, I say you want to make God laugh, make a plan.
This must be This must be the Make-A-Wish version of Squid Game's cephalopod games.
Nope. Nope.
This might be like the time when like the kid from Make-A-Wish asked to see Drake and they brought Drake Bell instead of Drake.
All right, anyway. I can at least see myself, so I'll just go with that. I'm gonna have to probably go. So number one, you got the triangle, so that's pretty easy. It's pretty good. You might make it. All right.
Okay, triangle's easy.
All right, who got number two?
I did.
Yeah, that was.
Please give me square.
2 was Nat. Nat was 2.
Please give me square.
I swear, if I got the umbrella.
You got the circle. It's pretty easy. So
The circle.
No.
That is a circle.
No, that's hard.
That thinks it's a square.
That's hard.
It's a triangle, but no, it's not the square. No.
Circle is hard, bro.
Who had number 3?
Me.
Oh, you got the star. Can you see it? I can't see it. You got the star. You're dead.
I'm a star.
You gotta cut out the star.
Oh, Ralph got. Wait. Oh, we're doing triangle, circle, stars, umbrella. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Never mind.
I got the
I'm medium. I'm medium.
Oh.
I got the hardest one.
Jordan, you're dead.
Joke's on you. I'm gonna get mine done before all of you.
Eating it does not count. Eating it does not count, Jordan.
That's like the last episode I ever watched of the show before I said this was stupid and stopped watching.
You don't like the Death Game series shows?
No, I someone told me my favorite character ends up being like one of the worst people in the show, so I stopped watching.
Oh yeah, that'll do.
That could be a lot of people.
The old Asian guy.
Oh, well, yeah.
He is the worst guy.
You can figure it out. I don't want to spoil the show, but you can kind of figure it out.
Oh man, I'm hoping Lee's entertained because
I'm
gotten to
really enjoying myself here.
So Lee, let me ask you this: I love the old I love history, and I love the Templars. And what made you decide to get the Templars involved in the story?
It was mostly because, in the story they are looking for artifacts that they think have power, and that actually one of the stories about the Templars. I don't know that that was ever actually true or not, but that was one of the tales about the Templars, that they were searching for artifacts that they thought were powerful. So that's kind of where I started the idea from.
That's why that's why the legend says that they have the cup,
right? The
because
grail,
they were gathering all that stuff before they got killed off.
Right.
And technically speaking, if you follow the legends and the myths, they didn't get killed off. They're still, the order is still out there, which is I see that's where the direction you went.
Exactly. Yes. They've just been in hiding for all of these years, so
I don't blame them, man. They got killed off.
They ended up following Cthulhu, and now Jack Demolet is a hot girl.
I forgot about you. Fate is doing that. That's right.
There we go. There's the helmet right there. Wait a minute.
Hold on. Oh, look, the sword, the helmet. We are going
sword.
off here.
Yeah.
You got the
So
Templar.
we're ready to go to battle.
So wait. What we're trying to say here is that we're all secretly Templars, and we just showcase ourselves that we are, which we shouldn't be doing in the first.
No. I am assassin. I believe in the creed.
There you go.
Also, this is even worse. That means that we're on opposite ends here, and we should be killing each other.
What's the time period?
There's a Templar assassin that tries to kill Austin in issue 2. So maybe, I'm starting to see a pattern here.
See, folks, we live your comics. Oh man, dude, I really like the direction you went with it. It's so funny that you say, and I understand what you're talking about, because there's times where I can't write what I want to write. It just is not. It doesn't come together.
Right.
But you definitely have a great imagination, and you definitely have a good story that you wanted to put out there. And I feel like sometimes people forget that they can work with somebody else to get that, make that happen.
Yes, and that was my thing. I tried to write the script for off and on over a few years, and then I finally just said, hey, you know what? Just like you said, you don't have to do this by yourself. I don't need all the credit, and it was really great because when I met Peter, I liked his writing, but then when he gave me his script for Godsend #1, it was like, man, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Because it's like we were thinking the same way, and it's kind of been that way for the whole series. It's just great to work with somebody that you're on the same wavelength with, kind of.
That's what's one of the important, especially if you're going to share duties on writing, you need to have somebody that you have a good relationship with.
Right.
It's important to have a good artist-writer relationship, but if you're going to work with another writer, you have to make sure you two gel and that you guys are on the same story.
Yes, that's true.
You've had the experience of working with another writer. How has the whole experience been for you? Because I know you mentioned a little bit of it.
Oh, it's been great. I've actually worked with 2 different writers now. I'm working with John Holland on another new book called The Magpie. That's another one that's on the back burner for the moment, but he just turned the script in for that, and it's really great. Make that 3 writers because I work with Scott Wilkie on Red Scare. So, and the same way, I've worked with Scott. He's already got the script for Red Scare issue 2, and it's just amazing. Once we talked about the story and for issue 1 and kind of where we wanted it to go, he put the pieces together. That's what I always say. I can get all the puzzle pieces, but I need somebody to help me put them together. And if I was writing these, in a novel format, I could probably do it. But to write a script is a whole different ballgame.
Oh, believe me, I know that one.
And,
some people go, "Oh, it's a script, but it should be easy." I'm like, I don't know if you ever wrote a script, but the scripts aren't easy.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've ever read a comic book script that was by somebody who is used to writing novels, and you can tell that they don't know how to write a script because they try to define every little thing, and it's unfortunately I've seen some bad comics that were written and published that way. It's like a little caption says, this character is running through the woods. Well, there's a picture of her running through the woods. We don't need that on the caption.
Exactly.
Sorry for the interruption. Funded in 4 hours.
Woo! All right.
Congratulations.
Bitsy and Flushmallow. Congratulations. 4 hours. Nice work. There you go. They're funded. Now let's keep moving them forward. These pins are amazing. You guys want to make sure you get some of those pins. So
pardon the interruption again.
No,
that was worth it.
Exactly. See, that's the kind of energy we need. You're funded already, Lee. Now we got our good friend Bitsy and Flushmallow funded. That is just fantastic. We want that energy, especially since we've been doing this week thing of showing off some beautiful supernatural horror type of things and other things because we're all geeks here.
Right, there you go.
But it's like let's say somebody
in
wants
regards to comic book strips, a lot of times there's 2 different ways. Like sometimes there's like the Marvel way. The Marvel way is kind of like, okay, you go do this, and that, draw it. Go ahead, draw it, and then once it's drawn, it comes back, put in all the dialogue. It's kind of like what Stan Lee used to do. And there's a DC way where like, no, you write every single thing, you break everything down. Yeah. So I mean, both work. It just depends on like the writer and the relationship you have with the writer and the artist. It just depends.
Right.
Both methods work. So.
Yeah.
Which we were just talking about.
Usually, I prefer the method where you say page 1, panel 2. You give the camera angles, and I think that gives the artist a lot better, vision of what to do. And of course, I'm fine with them making changes because they'll, change the camera angle or add a different panel and it makes it better.
Yeah, so. It totally depends on the relationship between writer and artist. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, both of them are really good ways to go. The Marvel way does leave for a lot of room for a better collab because it lets the artist in on making the story as well as the writer.
Yeah, but the DC way it's not strict. It's not like
Oh no.
It's not.
I got both of them.
Depending on the writer, but if you're pretty loose, you're like, I want a bird's eye view, and then the artist's like, nah, I want a worm's eye view.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna, if you're gonna come to blows over it, then that's not,
Right, it's not worth it.
Oh.
And
but we do, and the other thing is I do work with a lot of foreign artists, and I think that really helps them, kind of with the language barrier sometimes. I think maybe if we give it more detail, it makes it easier for them instead of just saying, here's what happens on page 1, here's what happens on page 2. You know?
And I also feel like once you get a good artist, you guys are, besides the script, you guys are going back and forth anyway, which kind of changes the story as well, because sometimes you guys will talk about something and it'll be something else that's not even in the script, and you guys will come across and go, hey, that's a great idea.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Yep.
I was saying something.
Yeah, I think our biggest problem is our letterer, Dave Lentz. He's
I know
we
that
always have a lot of dialogue, you know.
I know that name very well.
So Dave likes to complain about all the dialogue that we put in there, but so Scott has to go back and change that sometimes, you know, move things around a little bit. So, but no, Dave's really awesome too. He can make it. He's changed a few things on his own because he had to put them in, and you know, it was nothing that took away from the story in any way. He's had to do it to fit everything in. So
Dave is wonderful.
Yeah, I think people
really
don't realize how much of a team effort making a comic book is. I think people, they know one or two things. They know writer, they know artist, but they forget there's other jobs in there like colorist and letterer, and you know, and these are important jobs.
Yes.
I mean, they're a lot of times they're jobs that you don't notice until you get some bad lettering and you get a bad colorist.
That is one thing that I tell people all the time is, man, lettering can kill a good comic book. I mean, I've seen some that were just horrible, and you know, there's actually been a couple that that people have come to me and wanted me to publish, and I said, well, you know what, if you get it relettered, I'll publish it, and they wouldn't do it because they didn't want to spend the money, but it was just, you know, between grammatical errors and, you know, speech balloons going in front of people's faces and what is that you have there?
Dave's work, partially.
Ooh. What is the book?
Good Boy.
Oh, cool. I have not seen that.
Good book.
Yep, and it's getting an omnibus beginning of next year.
Okay, cool.
See, you hired some good people.
Yeah. Dave actually he actually created the logo for Red Scare as well. So yeah, he's a talented guy.
I gotta admit, the Red Scare logo has that nice 80s, 90s feel,
right?
You know, for those old comics. And it's funny that you because I was gonna say that before. The Godsend, you know, he actually has this 80s, 90s look to him.
Yes.
You know, that superhero look from the 80s and 90s. And I think that's why I like it so much, because, you know, it goes back to that, but at the same time, it has a modern feel.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely. That's what I get a lot of times. You know, he looks like Spawn, or he looks like, you know, this one or that one from the 90s, and it was heavily influenced by a lot of those books in the 90s and the artists and those art styles. You know, maybe not Rob Liefeld so much, but you know, Silvestri and Todd McFarlane and all those guys.
You can see it, yeah. You definitely can see it. You can see the influence of it. I wouldn't say that that it's like those characters, because it has such a different feel. You know, I know people like to say that. You know, I'm like, no, dude, this is not Spawn.
It's definitely not. And it's funny because, you know, that's one of the funniest things that ever happens at a convention is, you know, somebody walks by and they pick the book up and they look at it and they flip through it. They say, man, this looks really cool, but I've never heard of it before. And they leave. I'm like, that's the whole point. That's why I'm here, is so you will hear about it.
You know, those are the people that will regret it later on when it hits, and then they go, I should have bought it, because I've had those books before where you should have bought it when you saw it. Like, you missed it. It's your fault. But that bugs me out too, because I've been we do a lot of conventions, and you know, we talk to a lot of you guys at the conventions,
right? And
it bugs me out when somebody will stop at a table, they like what they see, and they still walk away, and I'm like, what the heck was that?
Yeah, and a lot of it, you know, I think a lot of it is people have a budget, and there might be something else they want to buy. So we always get the I'll be back. And, you know, I would say that 99% of those don't come back, but you know, we were surprised a lot of times that they will come back and actually, you know, pick it up. So
every once in a while, you somebody goes, I like this. I got to see if I need to buy, like you said, I need to buy whatever else I need to buy. Then if I have some extra money, I can come back and pick it up.
Yes. Yeah. That's it. Or
You know,
we get my favorite one though is it'll be like at the very first day of the convention, somebody comes up, they're looking at it. This looks really cool, but I don't have any money. I'm thinking, okay, you're at a 3-day convention and you have no money already. That's
on the
not a
first
good
day.
thing.
Woo! That always bugs me out. I'm like, I got enough money to at least get some book or get me to the 3rd day. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Shouldn't be broke on day one.
No. That's usually a beginner's mistake.
Yes.
The only time I can see that being an issue is like if that's your only day to go.
Right.
Then I can go, okay, so I can see why you ran out of money. Because if it's your only day to go, you don't really pace yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, you just buy what you want that day.
Exactly. But that usually backfires on you because then you run into something you really want and you're like, I should have.
Yep. But all that being said, you always run into that kind of stuff. But man, I love conventions. That is the best way to connect with your fans, and people can actually pick your book up and flip through it, and there's just a different feel, than looking at it online, or not to mention the fact you get to talk to the creators and yeah, I love it, and that's where we get a majority of our sales. I wish we could do more conventions during the year because we get some on the website, but conventions are where that's our bread and butter for getting sales.
You're in Georgia. They got tons of conventions in Georgia.
Oh, they do.
We're trying to make it to some of those conventions in Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, they film every TV show at the end. They see Georgia.
Yep.
Georgia. I was watching
that's the other thing.
I was watching the Ozarks.
New Hollywood.
Georgia.
Yeah.
What? Nope, Georgia.
No. We gotta do Miami. We gotta do what's the big one? Dragon Con or something?
Dragon Con, yeah.
Dragon
No,
Con.
wasn't there a big one that was in Miami that we tried going to, but we weren't able to because COVID?
Oh, you mean the one in Florida? That's MegaCon.
There we go.
Orlando,
MegaCon.
yeah.
We almost went to MegaCon. They accepted us as press and everything, and
oh man.
Yeah, stuff happens. But Dragon Con, I've been trying to get to Dragon Con for ages. Have you been able to get in yet?
We did. We set up there. The first time was in, I'm trying to remember what year it was. Maybe it was in 2018 or 19, and it was like our best show ever.
I can imagine. That thing is huge.
But we did it the next year, and it was our worst show ever. So,
why would you say that? What do you think happened between those 2 years?
I don't know. It's just. I mean, that's what I have learned over the years doing conventions is you just never know.
Yeah.
I mean, we go to these small one-day shows, and we might almost sell out, and we can go to a 3-day show sometimes, and we barely make our table money.
It is so weird because I've had a lot of friends talk to us about that, and it bugs me out sometimes because sometimes people will be like, "Oh, I did fantastic in this small show, and that I'm gonna go back and we sold everything out." Then they go to New York Comic Con, and it's like we didn't sell anything.
Yeah, exactly. I think it just has to do with the crowd, what they're looking for, and it's unfortunate that there are a lot of comic book fans who will not take a chance on an independent title. If it's not Marvel or DC, they don't want to put their hands on it.
It's funny.
Right now, the best stories that are being told are independent publishers. I mean, by far.
It's funny that you mention that because I talk to people all the time and I tell them, dude, you complain so much about Marvel and DC. Why don't you take a chance on the independents? Because it has exactly what you're looking for. And, and if you buy those independents, then it puts the pressure on Marvel and DC to get better.
And as I say to pretty much everyone that comes in as guests, I have never bought a single Marvel, DC, or any big name comic in my life. I started with indies. I started with SourcePoint.
Okay, cool.
SourcePoint is my beginning, and up until recently, it was the only one I was going for.
Yeah, I don't buy anything. I might pick up. I don't know if y'all know what Ollie's is. If y'all have Ollie's out there, Ollie's bargain store, but they have like
I'm like right above you. I know what it is.
Yeah, they have tons of graphic novels for like $5,
these guys,
$3.
Trust me, these guys ain't gonna know what we know.
I gotcha.
Yeah, you're saying Ollie's, and the rest of us are like, what?
Yeah, but it's this little like a bargain store, but they have tons of Marvel and DC trade paperbacks, like the hardbacks, and they're extremely cheap. So sometimes I'll pick those up, but that's normally because it's Jim Lee or an artist that I like, and I buy it for that reason. But as far as actually buying a DC or a Marvel comic to actually read, not in years.
It's funny because I find
I
myself...
heard something about Hollies and then these guys, and then I cut off completely. I don't know what's going on. What are we talking about?
Me and Lee are making fun of you Northerners.
You're literally on the same exact latitude as us. What are you talking about?
He's Ohio. Ohio is different.
Yeah.
Ohio acts like us, but they have this whole...
I don't think any state in the United States has more memes made about them than us. Besides, weren't you the one asking me if I had werewolves outside my window last night?
Ooh.
You're the one closest to where the werewolves are.
We got the Drew Carey Show, Ohio.
Yeah, you got the Drew Carey Show.
That's all I know.
Cleveland.
Listen, we have the Jersey Devils somewhere out in like Staten Island. You have werewolves and Children of the Corn.
You gotta love America.
Well, I'll tell you, I will say this. I'm in Georgia, but we do occasionally hear banjo music, even in Georgia. It's sad but true. Yeah.
I had a friend who played the banjo, so I can't say anything.
Banjo's a
Yeah,
beautiful instrument.
You had a friend. now you can say anything.
He moved away, so
There you go. Open season, like a banjo playing friend.
Nathan.
Yes.
Good smile is hurting me tonight.
Uh-oh.
I know.
There's 4 androids I want.
I know. I'm used to the cycle.
Guys.
I know. But 4 in one night. Come on.
Oh, just you wait, fam. See,
No.
when we did Toy Fair and we got to talk with some of the people there.
Yeah, like you did on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. There were some figures that we were not allowed to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to like talk with them about the concept art with.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I was hurting, man.
Bro, like I watch the Twitter every time they go to like one of those conventions and announce like 500 things in one night.
Yeah.
I know.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. Toy Fair is a blessing and a horror.
See, I knew about the Celestia and Luna like 3 years before they were officially announced.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt.
I got 2 in my cart right now, and I'm waiting for the other 2 to go up.
Oh, it must be nice.
I mean, good thing about having a cart is they don't charge you till it ships. So,
speaking of Lee, we're talking figures, and your hero looks fantastic. So, have you considered making him into a figure?
Yes.
That's what
I would at least like to get 3D printed to start with. A little miniature, like little 3D printed statues would be cool. But really, as much as I would love a Godsend action figure for everybody to have, if you get a custom figure made, it's like $200, and there's a couple of guys who do really, really good work, but that just doesn't make sense for me at this point. No. And I thought about doing it as a tier on Kickstarter because a lot of people do that, and I might still possibly before it's over with, but man, that's a lot of money for one figure, and for being mass produced. I would have to look into that, but I'm assuming there's a lot of upfront money to get the molds and all that to get it started.
It's so funny because I was actually talking to another friend who wanted to do figures for his comic, and he was telling me how expensive it is, and I'm like, you figure it wouldn't be that expensive.
Yeah,
with the amount of toys and stuff that's out there, you're like, what's up with you guys? Come on, let's bring that price down.
Right,
it's all about scale and then the quality of the figures and the plastic that's used in it. Like once you get into the logistics of it, you realize that the margins are relatively slim, and a lot of the profit comes in the sort of the title and the branding that's with it. And if you really don't have that, then you kind of need to go really expensive on your figures.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of what eStream, which is a relatively newer company, does, and they have big IPs on their figures, but it's like they really don't have the capital to push out as much as they want. So what they go for is the higher quality in order to keep that price high, but still bring in the fans who want to buy it.
Right. Mm. Yeah, and that's kind of been my thing. Action figures, animated, stuff. I mean, a lot of people, and don't get me wrong, it's great to be ambitious, but you have to build your fan base. And I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
have
that
to.
even after, publishing since 2013, that we have a way to go for our fan base before things like that make a lot of sense, Unless somebody came to me and said, "Hey, Lee, we would really like to make a Godsend animated series." I'm like, "Where do I sign?" But as far as me, looking into that, doing that myself, it just doesn't make business sense right now.
Completely, I completely understand. But as collectors, as geeks, that's always the like, dude, my character as a figure. Oh my god.
Now I don't have it with me. It's my other buddy that does conventions with me has it, but I actually made one out of one of the $10 Spider-Man. That the arms just have the joints in the neck and the shoulders and hips. It looked really cool, but it was just to stand up, at conventions and all that.
That's good too, because I've seen. I know I have a lot of friends who take toys and make them into other toys, and they do fantastic work. And it always surprises me because you always think, "Oh my God, they're selling this." He goes, "No, I made that."
Yeah.
Speaking of friends, I see that you and Charles W. Morgan.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah, because his product just ended, right? It funded, and I think it ended like a couple hours ago.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, I didn't even know that Charles was in Georgia until just recently. So yeah, he's not too far.
He's one of the people I was telling you. He was on the show. I'm in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
So you guys have to team up, man. Oh man. Yeah,
there's a lot of great, independent creators that are around here. It's and I'm sure it's that way in every state. It's just like, it's like every week I find out more people that I'm like, some of them are people that I've heard of or know of their work, but didn't realize they were in Georgia. So it's just really cool.
Yeah, it happens to us in New York all the time. Like we'll run into somebody who goes, "I didn't think you were in New York." Yeah, I've been here. I'm Brooklyn boy. I'm like, really? And it's the weirdest thing when you're talking to somebody for a long time and then you find out they like live down the block from you and you're like, oh, okay.
No wonder that guy that I thought looked just like you I saw at the restaurant the other day was you. Yeah.
So
that's like when you guys first met me.
That's true. Yeah, that is really true. I'm like, oh, he's right there. I'm like, damn, you're right there. Oh man. So what's your next convention?
We actually have one. It's a one-day show next weekend, actually in Rome, Georgia. It's called the Kusacon. We've never done that before, but it's actually supposed to be a pretty decent show. So we're looking forward to that. After that, I don't think we have anything until maybe early next year, possibly.
Well, it makes sense because all the shows are beginning to wind down. You only have 2 or 3 big shows left, at least in the East Coast.
Right.
I don't know about over there in Georgia.
Now, I think all the big shows for the year are done for the year. Yeah.
I think we got, let's see, Rhode Island Comic-Con and Anime NYC. I think. Yeah, those are the last 2, I think. Yeah.
Well, that's accessible to us.
That's true.
There's 2 other large anime conventions still coming up, but they are not like within our new.
Oh. You don't say that.
Oh, really?
You're gonna get in trouble for that.
Interesting.
Hello, am I still here? Am I still around? Yeah. Am I alive? Okay, where did I cut out?
You said there's 2 big ones left for anime.
Oh yeah, aside from Anime NYC, there's still 2 more, but they're not accessible to us. One I believe is in Canada, and the other is in Texas. I might be wrong on that.
Huh. You remember the names?
Not off the top of my head. It's great to have a website just dedicated to anime conventions and tell you when they are.
Yeah.
I love this community.
I feel like somebody needs to put I think people have tried it. They tried to get
some really good ones around here.
Get all these conventions together. And but I feel
I've seen a few, but not everything there is an anime.
Exactly. They missed something. I feel like somebody needs to get an app or something where you can go, I want a convention in New York. And then
just do what the anime fans do. Work together.
Anime fans can't work together.
Yes, we can. Just take a look at the time when the Genshin people tried saying that that Arknights has like sexualized art, and then every community came out after them. That was a beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Also, Nathan, take that 4 to a 5.
You're gonna go poor, Hagar.
I think they ship stuff separately if something comes in early.
Stop looking at the site, man. Stop looking at the site.
Yeah.
I can't
pay attention to the show. Pay attention.
Listen. The only person who should be busy right now is me in terms of promoting. Okay, we are now over 1,000. Let's go.
Nice. I saw it go up a couple minutes ago.
What the show?
I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm gonna be up all night sending it places.
Oh, I've sent that thing like I do with everybody else's Kickstarter. I send it to a lot of places.
A lot of the people in my Discord servers have liked it.
Yes, this is good. This is very good.
That brings me to one of the topics we always talk about when we're talking about Kickstarters. Folks, sometimes you don't have the money to support a Kickstarter. We understand that, but like you can hear us talking about here. One of the best things to do is share the hell out of that thing. Because maybe you can't support that project, but somebody else can support that project.
Right. Yep.
And I can't say enough times where a share has led to somebody going, "I like this, Ralph. Thank you for sending it to me." You know, folks, there is so much you can do that doesn't have to be paying money. Sometimes even with money, you can put $1 into a project. If you want to support the people, you can put $1 in there.
Right.
You don't have to buy the book. Or you don't even you can get the electronic version because most Kickstarters have an electronic version.
A lot of them have that option. Like, hey, you want to just put $1 and help out, and you won't get a prize or anything, but at least you're helping the cause, you know.
Or be me, put $2 into a Kickstarter and win a Shadow Rabbit.
Sometimes you get lucky.
You know, if you keep bringing that up to him, he's gonna do something sneaky with it.
Ooh,
I ain't worried.
Yeah, we are talking about Shadow Rabbit. Well, speaking of which, Lee, if you do want to make your reality of getting your own figure together, you might want to hit up Shadow Rabbit. He does great jobs with putting things together. He works with clay and other materials. And
the Hugbert, Ralph. This is one of those moments where the Hugbert comes in handy. When Lou's not here, the Hugbert comes in.
I'll show off my Ralphie Montoya. You know,
I saw that.
You killed my father, prepared to die.
And then awesome.
I will showcase the dream that I am working on with my Hugbert for my Teddy Bear Superhero comic book, and Shadow Rabbit put this together and made my dream a reality.
That's awesome.
He does great work. He does fantastic work. Dude, I'm telling you, if you want to get a figure that looks at least a little bit like your hero, I know we can't go the other direction right now, hit up Shadow Rabbit.
Okay. You'll have to send me his information.
I will. All right, you stay there.
Also, we do have some comments that never got pulled.
Some comments. Well, according to StreamYard, they said that Facebook is having issues with comments, and they've been having issues for the past week.
Well,
Mr. Jordan, please read us the comments.
Go ahead.
Shen earlier brought up boneless chicken when we were on that topic.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is bone-in chicken is better than boneless chicken. Okay, if I want boneless chicken, I order chicken nuggets.
Wrong.
No.
Wrong.
Or chicken tenders.
Mr. Lee, what is your opinion on this?
Hey, I just like chicken. I mean, it doesn't matter. Bone in, bone out, you know, I mean,
exactly.
Whatever. It's protein.
Dude, man.
I will say
chicken
this
is an amazing thing, and everybody should have some fried chicken.
Yeah. You know, they talk about that real men don't eat boneless wings, and so apparently I am not a real man because I like boneless wings.
Yep.
Dude,
all I'm saying, if you're going to order some chicken, okay, you're at a restaurant and they say we got chicken wings and we got boneless chicken wings. The boneless chicken wings is just adult chicken nuggets.
Adult, I like that.
No, wait a minute, now, if I'm in a restaurant, I have a choice. I'll choose the regular bone in, but if I'm ordering pizza, I'm gonna get the
yeah. I had a friend who used to like buffalo chicken pizza. and he got me into it because it's an interesting flavor. And it's
Well,
nice
we played a banjo too, so that was it was the same friend.
It is the same friend.
He's right there in the bottom corner. I mean, never mind.
So, folks, just so you know, since I am a writer, there's times where I'll bring my friends up and I'll change their names and locations so I can talk about them and them not know who I'm talking about.
They're all one guy.
Another.
We all know this. If you listen to a writer, if you know a writer, don't piss them off because you're going to die many times and you're definitely going to end up in some book somewhere.
And then, as far as comments go, my girlfriend says hello once again, as she does.
Hello.
Okay, so what happened was when I was putting
there we go.
When I was putting in the links, it got lost in the links.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Mystic Despair, always a pleasure. Hi, and here's your boneless comment, just so you guys can have it.
Yeah.
And I thought I knew her.
Okay, she's correct.
No.
Yes.
No.
Don't let a bone come between your friendship.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything to that.
Neither am I.
All right, so we are at the hour. Lee, let them know where they can find you, what they can do, all the good stuff. Go for it.
You can find me on Facebook, Lee Jiles, or we also have About Time Comics on Facebook. We also have Godsend page on Facebook. Website is abouttimecomics.com. Thanks to Ralph for helping me out with that. So now when you actually go to it, there's stuff there. So yeah.
There goes the Instagram. Yeah, these guys are all over the place. Dude, you guys got to check them out. You can find them as Godsend. You can find them as About Time Comics. I love the name of it, and your logo looks pretty cool, especially in that lighted source.
Well, thank you.
And how did you come up with About Time Comics?
Well, my friend and I, Eric Dotson, he's the inker on Godsend, and we kind of started this About Time Comics together, and we had actually done, we started projects, and we would do, little projects for other people, and we would work on Godsend, and he has a book that's actually all penciled now. It's called Dreamer, that's going to be coming out pretty soon, and
Cool.
So we came to the point where we said it was about time that we did our own stories, and somehow it just turned into About Time Comics because it was about time we did our own books. So that was it.
Speaking of a fabulous website, there it is, actually working.
Yes.
And it's funny because it still says I have all these little things on top of here so I can know what it is, and it just says home. Oh, I was looking for it now, going, where the hell did it go?
Oh no.
But there it is, About Time Comics. The website is there. Just go check them out. They have everything on there. You can see all their beautiful stuff.
We have a web store that you can order all of those books that you see there.
There you have it, folks. Go support. And don't forget, one of the reasons we're here. Let's bring it back up again. The Kickstarter, Godsend. They're funded already, but they can use some extra funds. And hey, I want a pin, so let's get to $4,000.
Yes.
There we go. Godsend Kickstarter. Boom. We are at 2021. 47 backers. 20 days to go. So there's still enough time for you guys to get.
Wait, that's last year.
I should go donate $1. Hey.
Yeah, there we go. Let's get in the current year.
There you have it, folks. Go support. Let's get that pin. Get me that pin, all right? You all know that once I get stuck on something, we got to make it happen. All right, so guys, Matt's gone, I see, again. So anything you guys want to share before we go?
Yeah. Happy Halloween!
No,
Mario.
I just want to thank you guys for having me on. I really enjoyed talking with you all, and I appreciate you having me.
Oh, no problem, bro. You can come on anytime. You geek out with the best.
Cool.
It's always good to have somebody come on, have fun, and geek out.
I agree.
All right, folks. Remember, tomorrow we will be doing Game of Tunes and kickstarting their Kickstarter. Kicking off. You know what I'm talking about. So join us tomorrow for Game of Tunes, and they will be here, and they will be kicking off their Kickstarter, which goes live tomorrow, and they're going to be sharing with us their beautiful Paws Pins Kickstarter. I think I have it over here on the side somewhere. I showed it off before. Yep, everything's marked in a weird way back here. It's not just you and your Godsend website. There's a lot of them not showing up. Is it that one? It's not that one. Is it that one? There it is. Yeah. Okay. Let me set that up because I can see that one of our messages is up. And now I share.
The one thing I can say, since he's not here now.
Well, we're gonna talk about that. Oh wait, speak of the devil.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What's going on? Why were you guys talking?
Well, let me finish this. Game of Tunes tomorrow, kicking off the Paw Prince. Be there, and we'll do that. Now Nat can do his thing, and I'll put it up. Go ahead, Nat.
My thing. Okay. Tune in tomorrow.
No.
Tomorrow is 9:30.
No.
Right?
No.
Yes. No. 7:30.
This is your thing.
What? Oh. Yes. Wait. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. So already you're going to be getting your pins from Floosh, Mallow, and Bitsy. And don't forget, I believe we are now at a point where we will also include some prints in this one. So Let's go. I believe there are 2 prints currently being shown off down below. One of Tignari and one of Yaemiko.
Yeah, I saw that my tier has a print in it.
Yes, your tier has a print.
Yeah.
That is what we have currently unlocked. At 140, we get to unlock the next one, which will be Umbreon, plus another character which they're keeping secret for some reason. But you can probably make it out if you're a Genshin player. And if you keep going down, each tier has a different unlockable, and that means more characters. I'm not entirely familiar with the structure. It's a little bit confusing to me, but all I know is that if all of them get unlocked, you get to choose which ones you want out of the tier list.
And then
just support. You're already going to be getting a pin and some artwork.
And then as of 2 hours ago, they posted that update about the little giveaway thing.
Yes, there is a giveaway. I'm not entirely sure on that part. That one I believe is mostly Bitsy.
Yeah. Something about guess, or it's like the Who's That Pokemon thing.
Who's that Pokemon?
Oh no! Wait, what? I'm a little confused. Never mind.
I'll show it to you. Hold on.
Well, that was the silhouettes, right?
Yeah, it's in the updates.
I'll show it to you. Give me a sec. Keep talking amongst yourselves.
When I was still wearing that helmet, I about concussed myself.
That helmet looks so cool, bro. Where'd you get that thing?
Yo, with the mask on, can I see it? Because with the mask on, I can't see anything, man. It's like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I can see anything with the mask on. I feel for everybody.
I got it at the convention I go to every year. There's a guy that sells a whole bunch of different ones at his table. And the first one I bought,
well made.
The first one I bought didn't fit my head after I had already bought it.
Yeah, who's
so
that
I had to wait.
Pokemon?
I had to wait till the next day to be like, "Hey, can I return this and get a different one?"
Dude,
I remember that. I don't remember the giveaway.
Custom Goofy.
Well, Ralph, do you still have the Kickstarter?
Yo, did you see Shadow's Goofy figure? The wedding cake topper?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Goofy.
Oh, wow, I love that.
Oh snap! We're just reacting. We're a React channel now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where's my buddy Damien?
Well, there you have it, folks. It's the Who's That Character giveaway guessing game. It's on Bitsy. We shared it to the Bit and Apple, so you guys can go check it out there. Yeah, go check it out. You might win something.
Yep.
But I know all the answers.
That's probably why they won't let you play.
I know all the answers.
Oh man, let's freshen this up. There it goes. Boom. Pokemon.
I had a hand in choosing.
9 Eevee pin collection. Woo! There you have it, folks. Is that everything we need to discuss, folks?
I know.
Anything else we can just discuss tomorrow.
That's true. So join us tomorrow with Game of Tunes and make it a Game of Tunes. I like their name. All right, folks. We'll do what we always do. I'll press the button and